Shut the fuck up, fuckface. Patriarchy, fuckface. Why the fuck did you accept the position? Who the fuck hired you?
Oh, we should go.
Right, so I noticed the Superwoman video titled A Geography for Racist People received a lot of response videos from the skeptic community. And so I figured I would put in my own 2 cents, primarily because I am Canadian and Superwoman is Canadian, and I have a lot of criticisms of the politically correct diversity is our strength stranglehold the media seems to have, and how this is repeated by many Canadians, in particular Torontonians. Now, to be fair, I've never been to Toronto. I don't know what it's like to be on the ground, and I'm more so commenting particularly what I see in the media and on TV, so clearly that's not necessarily representative of Torontonians. But this is the reputation that Toronto has, and I think Superwoman is an individual that fits that stereotype very accurately. That type of Canadian liberal that has this attitude of, I'm fucking better than you. Absolutely. Hands down. I'm fucking better than you Americans because if my country didn't have slavery and free health care.
Yeah, I'm fucking better than you, okay? Much better than you. You are garbage.
And this bourgeois attitude of moral superiority is absolutely showcased in this woman and her video. Now, I actually first came across Superwoman a while back when I was looking for ideas on a shtick for my channel, and so obviously I was researching different Canadian shticks that were popular. I mean, 7 million views, so I have to try to, make something out of this channel. Why not make the channel successful and still do what I want to do? So it was what Canadians really want to say to Americans, and the premise of the video was essentially basic bitch American argument, followed by basic bitch Canadian counter argument, followed by and that's none of my business, sip of the tea, and then there was also obviously some maple syrup sipping and stuff like that. Aunt Jemima is not exactly quality maple syrup. That's the type of stuff I buy. But in all seriousness, I saw it and I just thought it was really immature and just not me, so obviously I moved on and tried to find some other ideas, but that was my first encounter with Superwoman, so it's not like this video format of this really shitty video that everyone's suddenly decrying, that just poor comedy, poor taste, and stuff like that, is, anything new to her format. It's not like it was a one-off dud. In fact, it's technically successful. It already has 5 million views approximately 10 days after it was published. It has 600,000 thumbs ups and only just under 70,000 thumbs down. So in terms of the skeptic community strikes again, fighting the culture war, we're beating them on YouTube. No, clearly not. This is taken after a lot of the skeptic response videos were made, and yeah, it hasn't really put a dent in the ratio. It's still at least 80% positive. And the reason why I say this is because I think this is a perfect example of people that are interested in politics that have been persuaded to the skeptic side, I guess, if that makes any sense, engaging with the mainstream. Because I think Superwoman is more of a mainstream audience, rather than more of the fringe of people that are interested in politics and ideologies and political systems and stuff like that. And clearly these are catered tastes, and Google and YouTube are going to cater you to that content. They're going to funnel you to that particular content. So people that are looking for a makeup tutorial are not going to find some brilliant skeptic takedown of Lacey Green or Anita Sarkeesian or whatever it may be. People that are just looking for some basic mainstream John Oliver style comedy for a quick laugh on YouTube are going to hear all the Hollywood talking points of how insufferable Donald Trump is, and ooh, he has orange hair, ha 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 ha, and how he'll never win the presidency because he's just such an idiot, which is fucking hilarious in hindsight now. Go check out a compilation. It's the funniest shit you'll ever see, just because of the irony factor. But of course, you might be saying, well, you're a right-winger, you just want to censor the internet. You just want to censor comedy, man. What I'm really just trying to say is, never underestimate a snarky remark by a personality everyone loves, followed by a laugh track and repetition. I mean, if advertising from the corporations, man, is a serious science that can manipulate human psychology, why not the mass media as well? Like, look at a lot of these comedy personalities and these comedy shows. They're part of the biggest networks. Viacom, Comedy Central. Viacom's huge. CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, ABC, CBS. These are all part of the big six media monopoly. Everyone talks about the oil corporation monopoly, man. But maybe you should think about the media monopoly. I'm more concerned about the monopoly of information. But hey, that's a lot of prefacing for one video already, so let's actually start it up.
You know, when something horrible happens in the world, you'll see the rise of two types of people. Number one, people who don't let fear divide them and instead choose to come together. And number two, racist idiots who don't deserve an internet connection.
Alright, it's really simple what she's doing here. She's framing this as it's an either-or choice. Either you're rational and non-racist and non-paranoid like her, which is the correct choice, or you're a racist idiot. The thing is nobody with half a brain cell watching is a racist idiot. And so therefore, you're automatically going to start putting yourself in the morally correct column of people. A column through the course of this video that she is going to expand as her politics. And so therefore, her politics are the morally correct politics. And of course, that might seem like a lot to infer on such a simple sentence, especially when you haven't seen the rest of the video. Openings are fundamentally important, though. The thesis statement to your essay, the first 5 seconds before you skip the YouTube ad. You want to achieve two things in those first few moments. Grab everyone's attention through curiosity, usually. I want to see more of this. And two, generalize the message of whatever media format you have created. Thus, this is the generalization of Superwoman's video by herself. Problem is it's just an inaccurate one, especially when it comes to politics. There is more than an either-or situation. There is more than just left versus right. There is communists, progressives, classical liberals, neoliberals, neocons, libertarians, Christian right, outright fascist. It doesn't matter. There's all these different groups, and it's not just one's more left and one's more right than the other. There is a series of sliders of values that each of these hold. Some of them more authoritarian, some of them more liberal, tradition versus progress, wealth redistribution versus wealth meritocracy, all these different values. It's not either or, it's either or on a lot of values made up by your positions on specific policies and issues. It's a lot of complication. So to go back to the original thesis, no, there is not just two types of people. It's not just a generalization. It's a very bad generalization.
And here's the thing, right? I just don't like when people are bad at things. If you're gonna be racist, at least do it right. And look at this comment under my YouTube video. Go back to your country, you terrorist Paki, Afghan Indian Muslim slut. Hashtag make America great again.
Now, you might have already noticed, and like so many other response videos have pointed out, this YouTube comment has 0 likes. That means nobody agreed with it. It's from a sock puppet account, and I would argue from a position of being just general experience with the internet, this comment is designed to get a rise out of you. It's a troll comment. It's designed to piss people off. I mean, you guys would not last a day on fucking COD on Xbox. I mean, for fuck's sakes, it's nigger this, nigger that, and its purpose isn't even racism. Like, it's all just fuck you. That's all it is. I'm sorry, but that's what some people live for on the internet. It's childish, immature, stupid, sure, but it's just trolling. And you have to just ignore the fucking trolls.
Now, I don't mean to discourage Merrick. He seems like a great guy.
Wow, that's fucking hilarious. I remember when I was in middle school. I mean, this video is just full of immature comedy, like most of her format. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, good for you if you find it funny or entertaining, but I just don't get it.
But your stupidity bothers me. Okay, first and foremost, let's make education great again. In fact...
Right, so she's gonna educate us now, and unfortunately it's just really bad, so I'm gonna have to rebut it.
Hello, and welcome. We'll begin by taking attendance. Are you here? Of course you are. YouTube comments are how you feel validated.
Again, fucking hilarious, but the same could potentially be said for you. You feel validated by your YouTube videos that thousands of people see. Your 10 million subbed YouTube channel, you're proud of that. You feel meaning and purpose in that. And hey, congratulations. Congratulations. I mean, you did it. But you might be projecting for all I know, because I'm primarily here for dialectic.
Today we're going to be taking a trip around the world, so you'll need to pack. It's probably been years since you've had the chance to use your passport.
Holy shit, you're so well off you're rich enough to travel places. I mean, this is such a rich, snobbish, bitchy thing to say. Millions of poor people in America probably do not have the ability to save money in order to go on a vacation to some lavish, cultured place, let alone get time off from their shitty job. I mean, just, the class blinders on this comment. It's unreal, man. It's unreal.
Just like your penis.
Wow, that joke gave me cancer. Now I have another real-world problem to deal with in my life.
But don't worry, this time you'll actually take off. To go back to my foreign country, we'll need to fly a long 45 minutes all the way back to Canada.
Wow, chirps. The problem is when you ask a lot of people, a lot of the times they say, oh, I'm Indian or I'm Mexican. They don't say they're American. That's the problem, is you have Mexicans in California. They're clearly born in California, and they're waving Mexican pride flags. Like, it's like, are you fucking American? No? Then get the fuck out. That's the whole point of that sentiment. I hope you're not like that.
But I'm assuming you thought my country was somewhere else. So let's fly across the world to the country of Paki, Afghan, India.
Yeah, I know it. It sounds absolutely stupid when you treat it as if the person was talking about one single country, when in reality they were probably just generalizing a specific region of the world. Again, probably intended as a fuck you insult, just to get a rise out of you, which I think they've successfully achieved by you making this response video.
India is all the way over here, across the ocean. So unfortunately, you won't be able to drive your trailer there. Oh, Kofefe.
What the fuck does Kafefe have to do with this? Jesus. I think what she thinks is that because this person on the internet said something racist, therefore they're a redneck Trump supporter. See, the problem is that you have no idea where this person is even from, let alone what their politics are. I mean, for all we know, this could be a Russian, a race realist Russian, or a giant racist Japanese person. We have no fucking clue. But for the sake of argument, let's say that it is a racist Trump supporter. hashtag not all, right? Am I right? Can we say that here? Because, I mean, Van Jones has tested this by going out to the Midwest and finally meeting with Trump supporters and having his stereotypes shattered. That, oh my god, wow, there actually is non-racist Trump supporters that exist in the world. I had no idea, because I've been in my CNN, Bourgeois, Manhattan bubble. Maybe you should educate yourself about other cultures you don't understand by starting at home within continental North America. And maybe you'll fucking learn something about the people from there.
Once you board your flight, settle in. It's going to be a long journey. But that's okay. You can take a good rest. It must be so exhausting to walk right through airport security.
Unfortunately, because of the reality of terrorism, Muslim males are going to get targeted more often because of profiling. 70% of terrorism worldwide is committed by jihadists. And yes, it is very unfortunate for those Muslims who didn't do nothing wrong, have no interest in jihad, to be profiled. But unfortunately, this is the world we live in. Stereotypes exist for a reason, because a lot of times they are based on factual statistics when available. Now, I have stuck with a very specific and important demographic, whereas you claim it is about race whenever you allegedly get pulled out of line in TSA more often than the white people. See, the problem with that is that you fit none of those categories. You do not appear to be Muslim, you are not male, you definitely look Indian and not very Middle Eastern or Arab or anything like that. So if you're getting targeted more, TFSA or CBSA, they're fucking their job up. Let's just be frank about that. Maybe it's your body language, your behaviors, your mannerisms, what you're carrying, where you're traveling that is triggering their terrorism radar. Now, you might be thinking, but profiling is bad. Profiling is unjust. Profiling doesn't work. You would be right that profiling is unjust. But unfortunately, profiling is an effective tool in part of keeping airports safe in this modern environment. And the proof for that fact is here in this HuffPo article. No airport in the world faces more such threats than Tel Aviv's Ben Gurion Airport. Further down, departing passengers are questioned by highly trained security agents before they reach the check-in counter. These interviews could last as little as 1 minute or as long as an hour, based on such factors as race, religion, and destination. Now, of course, profiling isn't the only tactic they use, but profiling is an effective tactic that they use, and is an important part of keeping the world's arguably most dangerous airport the safest. So I don't know how you can make an argument that the practicality of profiling in an airport isn't effective.
The aircraft you're flying will probably be a double-decker, which means it'll have about 300 to 400 people on board, which is approximately the same amount of people at Trump's inauguration.
Cancer.
JK, that's an alternative fact, but you're probably used to those from watching so much Fox News.
Ow, shit, more fucking cancer.
Please note that we're not gonna fly through the Bermuda Triangle because things mysteriously disappear there. In fact, that's probably where your education went.
God fucking damn it, I'm fucking dying of cancer here, people. Fuck.
We're going to fly across the Atlantic Ocean, around Africa, and through this passageway that's very narrow.
I thought we were taking an aircraft and not a boat. But whatever, boats and hoes, bitches.
Just like your mind.
Ow, fuck's sake, stop giving me cancer.
You may recognize some of these countries we're flying over as places immigrants come from to steal your jobs.
Wait, what? Pakistan? Afghanistan? Are you fucking serious? It's the Mexican immigrants that are stealing the jobs in America. I mean, you can't even get your stereotypes of the right correct. Not to mention, Pakistanis are too fucking stupid to steal anyone's job. Because unfortunately, They are the real inbred idiots.
Or just the same countries you steal oil from.
Yes, because of liberals like you who vote to not develop our oil sands and export our ethical oil to the United States. Congratulations, you are part of the problem.
Once we reach our destination, you'll notice that India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan are actually 3 separate countries. You silly American Aussie Brit.
I've already previously addressed this, but nice accent, retard. Like, what is that supposed to be? You do know how foreign languages work, right? I mean, let's take French, for example. The word French in English. In French, it's pronounced français. It's not the same fucking word. But congratulations on trying to sound smart. It worked out really well for you.
When you land and are going through customs and they ask for your occupation, make sure you say trash can.
God damn it, people, it's stage 4 now.
And when they ask your date of birth, be sure to say 3000 BC. You effing caveman.
Yeah, sorry, but white people basically invented almost everything. It's easier to list off things white people didn't invent. Paper, that's one. Gunpowder. Writing, probably. Hieroglyphs, probably didn't do that. Well, maybe the Egyptians did. Who knows? New evidence suggests that Egyptians may have been white. I guess some of those African weapons, some of those Indian weapons, which are really fucking stupid. Obsidian machete swords from Aztecs, Mayan temples, and teepees. We definitely didn't invent teepees, so I know I'm grossly generalizing, but yeah, it's easier not to go through the list. It's take my word for it, or you can go look it up and have fun. Good luck.
You'll notice right away that India is full of beautiful sights and culture. And I know what you're thinking. It probably smells like curry. And you know what? You're right. And it's delicious.
Yeah, no. Not even buttered chicken is very good. I would much rather have 63-cent Sapporo noodles, for fuck's sakes. I'm just not a fan of Indian food.
And although there are approximately 175 million Muslims in India, there are approximately 2 billion in the whole world. Which means if every Muslim was a terrorist, you wouldn't stand a goddamn chance.
And neither would you, you un-Islamic, as they would say, not me saying this, whore. Because you're not covering your hair, because you're acting unmodest, because strict dress codes. Isn't Islam fun? I don't know why you're bragging about this. I'd be like, yeah, I'm on Team Canada. Yeah, fuck those Muslims. Fuck those fundamentalist backwater countries. But also, secondly, I don't agree with your premise that we, the West, or let's just say America alone, don't stand a goddamn chance. Now, the response to that went very long, and I'm gonna link down below a separate video for that response because it's like 12 minutes long and I break down a lot of shit. I get into a lot of nuance on that one, so another video for that one in case you're interested. But yeah, it turned out she was wrong.
Now that we're here, the good news is your wife can save all that money she spends at tanning salons trying to look closer to my complexion.
Okay, I don't think you understand tanning. I think Caucasian women tanning, they want to look like a hot Australian that's seen a lot of sun. Or like they've spent a year in the Mediterranean or something like that. You know, they just... I don't think they want to look Indian brown. But yet again, another cancerous chirp from Superwoman. Fuck. If I seem unenthusiastic, it's because getting cancer is tiresome. It really wears you down.
Quick travel tip. If you're going to India, they don't kill cows there, so there's no beef.
Okay, do yourself a favor, never become a travel agent because the way you're describing India makes it sound like it sucks. And that's probably because it does. I've talked to Indian immigrants. They don't like India. They're here because they don't want to be in India. Not eating hamburgers? That's pretty shit. Dinesh D'Souza, very first thing he did when he described when he came to America was buy a Big Mac with beef. And thought it was delicious. India sucks.
But don't worry, because if you kill anything, it'll be considered mental illness. So you're good.
Except that's not what happens in real life when they do catch the school shooter, because let's face it, a lot of times they off themselves. But when they do catch murderers, people who kill people in the first degree, they usually get charged with murder in the first degree.
I hope you've enjoyed this trip to where you think I'm from. And I promise, if I ever meet a genie, all 3 of my wishes will be for you to get an atlas. To be honest, whether I went back to my country of Pakistan, India, or even Canada, I don't see how that would benefit you, since my tax bracket helps pay for your kids' education.
Yeah, you're a bourgeois cunt.